Well, we got a lot to talk about, so let's get to unpacking this. Before we get into this whole situation, and I got a lot of security camera footage and screenshots of information that is public knowledge at this point in time, I did want to start on a positive note. So you'll see in this clip here, we did start working on the flatbed project for the F-150. Tailgate's right behind me, so if you're wondering why that's there, that is why. We have all the measurements and everything done, and then last week, that along with a few other videos were things I was gonna work on, and then this whole situation happened. Let me grab a couple things to show you. So our 4Runner customer actually showed up at the shop, and moment of positivity that I really needed. He bought us a Christmas present, and this is an underhood light that is made by, I think it's TEQ Off-Road, TRQ Off-Road. They specialize in Toyota products, but this is fairly universal. Comes with the trip switch for under the hood, and then I was really impressed with the loom on this cable. Everything looks good. There's an inline switch here, so you can turn this on and off. What it is it is an underhood light. There's all the LEDs with 3M backing. It appears to be waterproof. I'll see if this clip will work in this video. It's crazy bright. Customer already has his installed, so sometime in the near future, we will be installing this. So thanks, Dave, for the awesome Christmas present. I'm really excited to get this in here. And like I said, a moment of positivity that we really needed. So be on the lookout for this. The second thing is something you might have seen in a short or two that I have put out recently, and that is going to be shiny car stuff. So I actually talked with the company and talked about how to best prep our hood for this product. This stuff has been all over my social media, and admittedly, I'm pretty skeptical about it, but I'm excited to give it a try. And again, I was gonna do this on that Friday actually, so it was about a week ago, and then I got here and my customer's car was stolen and the shop was ransacked and robbed, which is what we're gonna get into right now. All right, so at this point in time, there is a lot to unpack. There's a lot that is still ongoing, but I want to start with this. These are screenshots of the charges that these two men have accumulated in the last year or so, maybe a little bit longer than that. These guys have like 30 felonies between the two of them. So the fact that they are out and about and wrecking other people's livelihoods, destroying businesses, and stealing property is absolutely insane to me. Like, our court system is completely failing us. So what happened was I went over to JJ's shop in the morning, which is my buddy that does powder coating. You guys may or may not have seen him on the channel before. And so I got here a little late. I show up and the overhead door is wide open, and it was just like my brain broke. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why is my door open? And then I realized that my customer's Jeep was gone. Yep, Jeep was gone. So Jeep is nowhere to be found. I try to call the police department. So I'm in a sister city to, there's 3 towns right here that are connected all together. So I call the department, can't get through. So I end up calling 911 and they send out some responding officers. And They stole about $3,000 worth of Snap-on, Mac, and air impact tools, Milwaukee tools, stuff like that. And then they stole our brand new wheel and tire setup for the Mountaineer. So the 31s, 2 of which were mounted, 3 were not mounted, and then they missed one of my wheels, but they took 4 wheels. So I'm missing 4 wheels and 5 brand new tires for the Mountaineer project. And that really sucks, you guys. It was about $1,500 worth of stuff, $1,600 somewhere in there, in wheels and tires that are gone. And this has been, a week has lapsed now. And so my case actually overlapped with the case in the footage you're about to see. So let's check that out. So that footage there is actually another shop that's only about 6 miles down the road from where we are. They got hit about 15 minutes before we did, and he had a whole bunch of security footage. And yeah, this was the result, you guys. They totally trashed my shop, they trashed his shop, and I'm very grateful that we had so much security footage to go through, because that's what ultimately helped us find these guys. But when they rolled up here in a stolen car, knew exactly where to go, and our shop is like a little hole in the wall, so my thought is that they've been staking it out for a while. And then they pull up in this stolen car, they break my door down, they get inside, trash the place, steal a bunch of my tools, and then they drive off with my customer's Jeep. Now, amazingly, the next day these guys were caught. So the next day when they were caught, they follow the guy in the Jeep, he pulls over, they arrest him, the other guy flees into an apartment building, and that's basically, you know, the gist of it. So they get away and they find a bunch of my tools. County does, not the city that I called to respond to the case. My case overlaps with county, so I was able to get some of my stuff back because they found it inside the Jeep. So we got a bunch of our specialty kits back, most of our Milwaukee tools. I'm still out a $600 half-inch air impact from Mac Tools and the wheels and tires. But here's the real kicker. So the sister city that I'm working with, I'm not going to name them, but they've been absolutely god-awful. It's been a week. They won't return my calls. They won't return any texts. I had evidence of these guys' friends selling stolen items, not from me, but from the other business. I found them selling items on Facebook, could not get a hold of anyone in the department. I was told my detective, who I still don't know a week later who he is, I was told he was gonna give me a call. That never happened, so I really have no idea what's going on at this point, and I couldn't get him any of that information. So if it wasn't for the county and the other sister cities' law enforcement, we wouldn't have any of our stuff back. We wouldn't know anything about what's going on at all. And I was asked, you know, I said, this is all public information. I can see their records. Why were these guys out in the first place? I mean, take a look at this again. Great time for the camera to die, but I'm gonna finish this. Why are these guys out with this amount of charges? Why are these guys able to be out and about running around and committing more crimes and ruining more people's lives and ruining more people's businesses? I really, the court system has failed us, not law enforcement, the court system, because law enforcement bust their ass to get these guys locked up, and then they're out and about doing the same thing to other people. They let them back out into society, and then they commit more crimes like this. So I really don't understand, why that is the way that it is. And I'm very disappointed with the department that I'm directly dealing with, because again, if my case didn't overlap with county and this other shop that got robbed, I wouldn't know where any of my stuff is. I would have no idea what's going on. So it sucks. And at the end of the day, you guys, it's just stuff. We're going to bounce back from this. I'm grateful we got some of the stuff back, but you bust your ass trying to make an honest living and provide a good service to your customers. And then this is the thanks you get. These guys are out, and our court system allows them to be out, unfortunately. So I don't want to bitch and moan and complain about this too much. We're going to get on back to a more normal schedule. I got some meetings and stuff next week, and then hopefully towards the end of the week, the shop will be, back to where it should be, and we should be operating somewhat normally. So thank you guys for watching this video. Drop a comment down below. Like and subscribe if you have not already, and if you're a regular watcher on the channel, I thank you for your patience. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.